Well, I know you all was holding y'all breath, waiting on this video from me. The I told you so video. Well, you're not gonna get it. This is not an I told you so video because it's a I'm sad this day is here video. But this goes to show the people who support Manny Pacquiao that sometimes other people do know what they're talking about. It's not hating on Manny Pacquiao when we tell you the man's going to be broke and he has a lot of tax issues and a lot of tax problems. They don't make these type of moves behind the scenes just to be making them. When he tried to hire Vision Quest to get in here and make sure everything was okay with his assets because all of his tax money was going away and he couldn't understand what was going on because he didn't have a right international business structure team around him. That's basically Manny's fault. He defers a lot of his businesses and resources around to everyone else. So people who are just listening to this video and don't know what's going on, let me tell you what's going on now. The Philippine government, the Philippine Bureau of Investigation, or Internal Revenue Service, their version of the IRS, which they call the BIR. So they have put a freeze on all Manny Pacquiao's accounts. And this is right after his win, right after he got his big $18 million purse. They go ahead and put a freeze on his account, you know, and Pacquiao, who got $18 million for fighting Rios, you know, that's been on freeze. And before we even get into that, this goes back to the taxes from 08 and 09. And let me read you Manny Pacquiao's press statement that he made. I've always wanted to help the victims of the typhoon and earthquake, but I was slammed by the BIR with a P2.2 billion, which is 50 million our money, tax case which has no basis. I can't withdraw a single cent from my own money. I can't use it to help. BIR has garnished my money. This money did not come from the PDAF or the DAP. It came from every punch, sweat, and blood that I have earned from boxing. The BIR claimed I've earned more money than what I actually did, without any evidence to back it up. They ignored information given by Top Rank and HBO and insisted that I have earned more. My lawyers have given them all the info that they want, and they still refuse to believe. I really don't know why I'm being singled out. Didn't I tell you? I mean, didn't I tell you? That's why he's being singled out. I don't want this day. I'm really sad because it's not a good thing. It's 100% politically motivated. Manny Pacquiao, once he got moved into politics, he had opened himself up and opened up a whole new door. He opened up a new door to be ridiculed, to be driven across the coals. And what is this money that they're talking about? As far as money he said he earned and money he don't have. Well, that's because of reports that were going out through the press, through your promotional company. They are promoting you're making this much money, but you're really getting this much money. But now it's too late, because now the BIR is saying, well, you guys are reporting this. Why are you doing that? And you're sending us papers that's saying this. You see, that's called smokescreen. They can't tell you what Manny's actually getting paid, because if they told you what he was actually getting paid, it would hurt his negotiations with Mayweather or anybody else. Because you can't go in there and request, I want 50-50, when you're not generating 50-50 type talk. So that's the big picture here. And now Manny's saying, you know, with all the surcharges and interest rates, which is arbitrary, which means that, you know, he couldn't afford to pay the assessment because it was more than his net worth. So, you know, this isn't good news, because I don't want to see this happen to Manny Pacquiao. If I want to see anything with Manny Pacquiao, I want to see him beat in the ring, not destroyed outside of it. You know, the money he made for his family, his kids, personally, I do not hate the guy. A lot of people think I do, but everything I have that I talk about Manny is I might razz him, but, you know, he's still a human being. You know, he's still a person. And I don't want to see the government get any money that they don't deserve. Because in the Philippines, all those politicians over there are crooked. You know, you got all family loaded people over there, and, you know, they have their group or circle of trust that they roll with. And Manny Pacquiao was trying to build himself up to be a very powerful political figure and moving his family in, and then other people are going to be moved out. And that's going to affect a lot of money, because Manny Pacquiao affects a lot of votes in the Philippines. So when you get political figures like that, when fighters get into politics in these third world type countries, a lot of people end up dead. A lot of people end up gone. And I'm serious. Look at Alexis Arguello. He's talking about suicide. You know, this could be another situation like that. This happened to Alexis Arguello too. They thought he was supporting some group that he wasn't supporting at all, and they came in and took all his stuff, robbed his house, and took custody of all his possessions. It's sad, but, you know, it's almost not worth it to even stay in the Philippines anymore, if I was Manny. So I actually really feel sad for him on this day, but I told you this 2-3 years ago that this was going to happen. Been telling you this. Y'all just don't listen. And then when it comes smack you right in the face, you're like, oh my God, they're bogus. No, they told you years ago that this is what they were preparing to do. That's not going to go away. Just like when people don't pay their bills, it don't go away just because you don't pay it. You feel like not paying it that day. It's going to be there tomorrow. It's going to be there the day before. It's going to be there the day after. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, I'm out.